Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And last week we did one, I can't remember if Case was here for it or not, that the cousins are going extinct.
No, I did not hear that.
Okay. See what happens when you go to Vegas?
Funny show. I got to listen to this. This is good.
Yes.
Yeah, cousins are going extinct. Brian almost married his third cousin.
Third cousin my dad tried to fix you up with at my grandmother's funeral.
That's classic
At
Brian
the
lore.
funeral.
I do know that. Yeah.
And I go, it's not a good sign when you're meeting at family events. Do you know what I mean? That shouldn't be where you meet your significant other.
I want to make something clear, though. Third cousins are okay because it's not blood related.
Oh, hey, a loophole.
Well, some blood relation there.
Nah, it's all good.
Thank goodness I know that now.
Listen, I didn't marry her, okay? I moved on.
Did he sleep with her for years? Yes. Did he marry her? No.
All right, so this is another one of those kind of deals. So, by the way, Case is just blown away that cousins are going extinct.
I don't have many cousins.
Yeah, your generation's
Oh,
causing
you're
it.
white.
I'm white, so I don't have a lot of cousins.
I feel like white people usually have less cousins.
That's inaccurate. That's completely inaccurate.
Well, I just do feel like they have less cousins.
No, that's not
It's
true.
not a bad. It's not like a slam. It's not like you're an idiot. You're what I'm saying. I just think you have less cousins.
I just think that's an inaccurate statement.
I think traditionally speaking.
Because if you haven't been around an Irish Catholic family where there's like 8,000 cousins.
But that's like Irish immigrant families.
No, Megan's family.
So now you're not American. You're like Case is like American white.
Right, that's right. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He's like American white.
Born and bred from the dirt.
I don't know. This
Okay.
is a personal take.
Well, this is something else that's going extinct. That's something that was around for probably all of our lives, maybe even Case's life, but it's all your generation that's ruining it.
Oh, boy.
It's all Gen Zers,
boy.
man.
Hey, welcome back, Case. Here's what you're ruining.
Yep. So it's one more thing, Kenzie, off the top of your head. It's not family related, but it's more fun related.
We know it's not cocaine.
Huh?
They're bringing cocaine back.
I'm not saying it's what it is or isn't.
So
You
a
just-
fun thing that's going away because of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Movies.
Movies are going away?
Think about it. Like, they don't go to the movie theater the way we did. We had date nights at movies. We went with our friends. They're not doing that.
Okay.
They're like, we'll just stream it. Ugh.
How do they say that?
We'll just stream it. So I can post about streaming on TikTok. That's what they do.
I think you're mad about a few different things there.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm just going to post about it. Let's stay in and post
She's mad about the person that says it with that accent. I'm just stream it. And
I'm
then,
just going to stay home, stream it, and post about it.
okay, that's Kenzie's answer. Case, what do you think it is?
Gumball machines.
Gumball machine.
When's the last time you saw a restaurant install a gumball machine and nobody has quarters anymore, so they can't use the ones that are there?
F around. Just having kids makes you aware that there's still a lot of gumball machines, unfortunately.
Kenzie's not wrong because at D'Agostino's on Addison there, that's my D'Agostino's, they have a gumball machine, and for some reason, Harper runs right to it and has never had a gumball. She's never had
You've
one.
never given her a gumball?
No, she's 2, whatever. They don't have a gumball.
Does she have
Kids
teeth?
She does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kids are drawn to anything that takes money and they can smell it. They run up to every machine that has an insert bill here.
I thought you were going to say,
flashing sign.
anything that's ball shaped. They love balls. They just, any kind of ball they love.
Bouncy ball.
Yeah, anything.
It's the stupidest things are in there. One of those sticky hand things that get stuck to the ceiling. I'm
I
like, I don't
like
want to spend
those.
my money on that.
Well, listen, we'll tell you after Pearl Jam in about 3 minutes what's going extinct. It's not cousins. We already know they are going extinct. But after Pearl Jam, you can guess at 312-591-8300. This one makes me sad, by the way, this extinction. 3 minutes away, Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain go. And last week we just shocked Case, by the way. He was gone for a couple days in Vegas that cousins are going extinct. Cousins. That's not this, but something else that is very typical, something you had growing up that you probably don't have now, mainly Case's generation, the Gen Zers out there. Kenzie thinks it's going to movies. Case thinks it's gumball machines, the new installation of gumball machines. It's neither of those things. What it is that's going away and becoming extinct is nicknames. People don't have nicknames for anybody anymore. They did some research on this, that people, for example, even to the point where people named William are called Billy,
Yeah.
that's not even happening. People named Billy that are younger just want to be called William. Or if they're called William, they don't want to be called Billy.
Yeah.
Just in general, nicknames are going away, like Junior and Tex.
Tax.
Those old nicknames are gone now. And it's because, I guess, people don't think it's fun anymore. Or just like, usually nicknames are thrust upon you. You don't choose your own nickname. If you call yourself, what did George Costanza and Seinfeld call himself? He wanted to be called T-Bone.
Oh, T-Bone.
He wanted to be called T-Bone. That's all I do is eat T-bone steaks. He tried to make T-Bone his nickname, and he ended up becoming Coco.
That's right.
Because you look like Coco the monkey.
Good pull.
And it's not something you want to be called Coco going forward. Did you ever have a nickname, Kenzie, that you can put on the air?
I've had so many, and I think historically, like, Hispanic people have so many nicknames that are usually just insulting. But like, I had a lot. Like, I get called Macaroon, Rosy Toes.
Well, let's go through these slower. Macaroon, like the cookie?
Yeah.
Is it related to the cookie, or is it a Spanish word I don't know about?
No, it's just the cookie. I don't know.
Okay.
And then I got called, my middle name's Rose. So I'd get called Rosy Toesy, which then just got turned into Toes, which isn't cute. I don't like getting told toes when I go somewhere.
It's not good.
No.
You think you have janky toes?
My brothers call me Monkey Paw, which I don't love either.
And how did that come about?
One, I have small hands. Two, when I was in dance, I used to there's these hair pieces that are shaped like an actual, like a hair tie, but they're like fake hair.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes in dance you use them, but I'd put it on my wrist when I wasn't using it. So I had all this hair on my wrist. And they started calling me Monkey Paw. And I got to my brother's wedding and it was my name card, which really pissed me off.
I love that. I'm going to start calling you Monkey Paw.
But like, there's somebody in my family that we call, it's like a distant cousin, but he only has one ear. And they call him Tazito, which is like a mug, like a little mug. Like he has one ear.
Now, we don't have all the time in the world, but was he born without an ear?
No.
So he lost an ear somehow.
He lost an ear, and they gave him the nickname.
How did he lose an ear?
It was like a work accident. And this is how much people don't care. They're like, hey, you look like a mug. Taza, look at you.
I still have to know more. Did he work in an office?
No.
Like a stapler accident took his ear off? I got to know more on this ear loss.
It was like some type of like construction-y vibe.
Okay. All right. Well, it's amazing to lose an ear and not die because it could have took your head off. You know, whatever that was that took his ear off could have went further.
Just his ear, just one. He's got the other one.
So we should relax about the nickname. It's fine. It's very rude and mean, but he's alive. Case, did you have any nicknames growing up?
No, I'm Gen Z. I've never had a nickname.
See? There you go.
I'm afraid
Brian and I call you stuff all the time.
Thank you. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, we'll go over. If you had a nickname or still have one, share it with us and how it happened, how you got your nickname. It's 312-591-8300 to communicate. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Now, normally right now I'd be hitting this big bombastic intro to Clash with Kenzie with lasers and explosions, and it sounds very hairy. Should I play a little bit of it?
Play it so, we can envision what it would be like if we were about to play Clash with Kenzie.
Maybe this thing right here that's like, bam.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
And they're not going, all the rules, have the coin toss. We talked to a great person, one of our listeners that's very loyal to us, which right now those people are calling and we can't pick you up. Listen, is there even a dial tone? Okay, so I have a dial tone, but we're not getting the calls through for some reason. And Case, was it your turn to pay the phone bill? But you went to Vegas and did a bunch of cocaine, so you didn't have.
I know. Can you just not remember to do anything? Oh my God.
Christ.
I thought the cocaine was going to make you more efficient.
I thought so too. I don't know. I had this weird thought in my mind that the giant corporation we work for was going to pay the phone bill, but I guess it was my month That's my bad. I forgot about
There was
it.
rotation. It was your turn.
No, I forgot that they're pawning that off on us now. I did get that email that said if you guys could pitch in and pay the phone bill so you guys could do live radio and take live phone calls, then that would be appreciated. And that's my fault. I did forget to pay the phone bill, apparently.
I know the email ends with "we're all in this together" or something like that.
Yeah, we're all in this boat together.
So we can't do Clash with Kenzie right now because you might be calling. I don't know what you're hearing if you're calling, like if you're getting the voicemail
Do you want me
message.
to put it on speakerphone real quick? I can tell you what happens
Yeah.
when you call. I'm gonna call Q101, even though I work
Just
here.
watch. Brian's gonna be able to pick it up. We're like, oh,
Oh,
well,
just
Case
no,
is playing.
I guess just no one called.
I
Oh,
wanted to keep the Nick Cave tickets for myself.
Oh, I'm playing Case. It's unbelievable.
he does really. Case has been talking about Nick Cave like left and right. That's the tickets that we have for giveaways. So as soon as the phones get fixed, unless it rings right now, that we will give away those tickets later. We'll do Clash with Kenzie.
Let's
whenever.
find out.
What's it say? Oh, they get
that's
that.
good.
Okay. So if you're getting that, it's not just busy. Like the regular busy goes, "Dut, dut, dut." That's a faster one, which
You
means
think it's
something's
just
wrong.
slower?
It's slower, the regular busy.
It's like a chopped and screwed remix. It's like a Houston rap song.
It's that, but backwards. When it's
Yeah. So we can't do that. So I guess we'll do something else.
what are we gonna do? Well, should we just talk about it live? What are we gonna do now?
I would like to point out 815 just texted and said we never had these issues under Josie, and
Oh.
that is super hurtful.
Good Lord. That's
But
awesome.
it's true.
It is true.
I mean,
Josie
phone-
filled in for Case last week if you missed those shows when Case
Phenomenal talent.
was
Yeah.
when Case was doing cocaine in
I
Vegas.
was not doing cocaine. You can't say that.
Oh,
Why? You were doing it.
I answer the phone every day for 5 years. I'm gone for 3 days, and all of a sudden we're talking about how revolutionary it is that Josie answers the phone.
oh, look at this, a little bitter.
Unbelievable.
Ooh.
Okay,
Unbelievable.
Kitty's got claws. Look how mad Case is.
So we're getting text, so you can still text through.
Oh, yeah, no, text line's a whole different thing. You can text the show all day long. In fact, so many people have texted that we never thought to check the phones this
Should I
morning.
play someone via text and we just wait for their response?
Holy cow, that sounds
Like
painful.
tweet.
Here's what you do. If you're listening and you want to compete against Kenzie for these tickets, get on it. We'll set up a Teams meeting. And we'll get you in here and we'll do a video
We're like,
conference.
hold on, they're typing. They're typing. Oh, wrong answer.
I could just see massive accident on the Ike as someone was in a Teams meeting and ran into a pole and traffic is backed up for 7 hours. No, we can't do that.
People are asking you guys to play each other.
I mean,
We don't have to. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but people want that.
I mean, that'd be fun, but I want people to win the tickets otherwise,
That's
right?
true, that's true.
So, you know, I don't know what you think,
Well,
Kenzie.
because you can't even call in for the tickets. I didn't even think about that.
Well, they could do the Teams to call in for to get in the Teams link to call
Whoever
in for a
sends the
ticket.
eggplant emoji first in the text line.
Oh, don't do that. Now you're going to get a bunch of
I
eggplant
know.
emojis.
But, Case, I have to say, trivia without you was my only complaint. That was a nightmare. Because Brian kept going, so this is the score, right? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not used to paying attention to the score. So he would ask me questions, and I'm like, he's like, it's back to you, right? I'm like, I wasn't really paying attention. I don't.
Life is a
I'm not.
blur. I don't know
sure.
what to tell you.
Listen,
I thought that was like you. I've answered the questions. I'm slammed. I don't know.
yeah, and I'm slammed over here being the host of the show, of the game show. I'm not supposed
I'm
to keep
busy.
Do you think Ryan Seacrest keeps track of everything going on with the money at Wheel of Fortune?
Well,
I
it's
don't
all-
like,
it's-
but you're just like, well, that's what I'm like. Aren't you writing it down? What is the marker for? What are you drawing?
I wrote down who was winning. I just didn't know whose turn it was all the time.
Brian's got the pen and the paper for Clash with Kenzie, but I think it's like the super bad scene where he just can't stop drawing penises on the paper.
Because I'm like, why are you asking? What do your notes say? What do you? I thought you were doing like, like, aren't you keeping score with slashes or something?
You know, a lot of people, most people, don't understand the strife and the struggle of leading this show.
Go for it. This is
Oh,
your. Hey,
God.
They don't
hey,
understand.
We don't have time for Clash with Kenzie right now, so why don't you explain the strife
How
and the
about
struggle?
bitching with Brian?
That's right. Here it is. No one understands because I make it look so damn easy running this show and giving you the best content in the city and beating all the other morning shows in town. All the work, slaving, sacrifice on weekends. You think I had an Easter weekend? No, I didn't get an egg. I didn't have an egg.
You had 18 pounds of fish fry.
I did have the fish. That's right.
I'm not even mad.
I didn't have all the eggs. And so, pardon me if I can't tell whose turn it is during the game when I'm hosting it.
That sounds weird. Don't you hear that sentence? If I can't tell while I'm hosting.
Everybody else is bitching to me. Come in and host it then. See what you can do.
Oh, boy.
It'll be a mess.
That's not good.
It'd be a mess. It'd be a disaster.
Open auditions?
Yeah, start the line. Since we can't take any calls, come down to the radio station. Line up out front of the NBC Tower. You can host. Everybody come in there and host.
Oh, yeah.
Just go ahead and do it.
A
Wow.
lot of people are sending in eggplants, I have to be honest.
Well, you enjoy those on the text line, the eggplant emojis. And the second the phone lines go back up, which is kind of unusual, the time frame of people listening want this now, but it might be at 8:30. It might be whenever, but we'll get to Clash with Kenzie whenever the phone lines come up. If the phone company's listening, can you help a brother and a sister out?
I don't want to be part of that statement.
No, sorry, you're in there. You're all part of it. I was talking about Case, by the way, as the sister.
Okay.
I don't know if that helps.
Go off.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Text coming through as you're talking about the Indiana-Illinois border war. Shayna from Arlington Heights checked in and said, I just Googled, like Kenzie was doing, the shape of Illinois and then what it's going to look like afterward when Indiana acquires those counties. Not good, she says. Doesn't look that good. Thank you, Shayna, for checking in from Arlington Heights, which is being reshaped most likely for the Bears' new stadium. We have told you that they will officially announce the Bears are moving to Arlington Heights after the draft this week. So we'll see how that all plays out.
Yay.
In the meantime, you may recognize Case, the producer. He's back from Vegas after 3 days there. WrestleMania went on last week. Case has a wrestling podcast. However, he left before WrestleMania. Now, me and Kenzie wondered what he did in Vegas and his review of Vegas from Case, who doesn't drink or smoke or gamble, except for sports betting on the DraftKings, people like that.
Hey, but who doesn't?
Well, right. I mean, that's where we're at in America. But first off, how would you rate your trip overall?
I had a great time. You know, I feel a little empty and meaningless when I'm not doing this job, but
Wow.
It was the first time that I had traveled as an adult, and that was kind of fun to let loose, let my hair down for a little bit.
So you're 26. You've never traveled as an adult anywhere.
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 I go to this job and then I go home.
All right.
Okay.
Love the dedication.
I know. No, I'm sure people really appreciate it.
I do. I really do. So let's see. I mean, Vegas, besides you went there for some wrestling action, which you'll get to, I'm sure, in a second, but Las Vegas Strip, did you go see the Las Vegas Strip?
Well, let me tell you how I got there first.
Okay, let's get there.
I took an
By,
airplane.
like horse and carriage?
No.
What do
See,
you mean?
I took an airplane, and on the airplane, they had movies that you could watch, including Twister.
Oh.
Our trip started off on such an electric note. I got to hear Jonas, son of a bitch, from 30,000 feet in the air.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Well, that's amazing.
Yes. And then wheels touch down in Vegas. It's hot outside. It's the desert. It's my preferred climate. And I let loose immediately. First stop in Vegas, the Nuclear Testing Museum, where they tell you all about atomic bombs, how they were made, of course, the horrific impact of the bombs that we dropped, and then all of the testing that was done in Vegas. It's sort of a museum of self-control. It says, like, hey, we did this once. It didn't go great. Let's not do this again. But in case we need all these atomic bombs, we're going to test them in the desert. So that took up 7 hours of my day because I was reading every pamphlet possible.
I immediately thought it was where you could see nuclear tests being done. And I just imagine Case being like, where can I put my penis? Let's see what happens.
What does that mean?
See what happens to it. Maybe it makes it bigger? Who knows?
Where he's going to put his penis in nuclear
Where
testing.
can I put my penis?
Like it's some kind of vice with like radiation in it, nuclear testing.
Like imagine being like with radioactive gel. Let's just see.
So not everybody's first stop in Vegas. Usually go right to a roulette wheel and put like, maybe $100 on 22 red, let it
Check
spin.
in your hotel, go to the pool, get one of those really tall daiquiris.
The one's taller than Kenzie.
No.
Love them.
I saw a photo of a mushroom cloud and I asked, where can I put my penis?
That's exactly.
Penis.
So after that, you put your penis in some kind of radiation machine.
And then
I don't know why, but I don't want it to be the image in my head, but it's the image in my head. Okay, so walking in. Where can I put my penis?
After I was done with that, we went to the second museum of the day. We went to the Punk Rock Museum.
Oh, that's nice.
Fun.
And when you're saying we, do you mean you?
I had a friend with me.
You brought a friend?
Yeah.
Who?
This guy I know named Rich.
Hey, Rich.
I don't know, no Rich.
That's okay. He knows you. Okay.
I've known Case for over 6 years now. I don't know a friend named Rich.
I have one.
Okay.
I'm not making that up.
Does he live in Niagara Falls?
He lives in Wheaton.
Did you go to prom with him? But he couldn't make prom because he couldn't get into town for it?
This is ridiculous. No, I went with
Has he been your friend since birth? Is he imaginary?
No, I've known him for most of my life, though.
Do you have a picture with Rick from the trip?
No.
Oh, that's a bad look.
I was going to say, Case sent us photos and I never saw anybody else. And a lot of his photos were selfies. So if somebody else was there, why did they take it?
Suspect on Rick.
Okay.
Rich. It's with an
Oh,
H.
Rich.
Come
Sorry.
on.
Rich doesn't matter. Doesn't exist.
That's so not true. Went to the Punk Rock Museum. That was fun. And then
Yeah.
I guess I got to talk about the food in Vegas because Kenzie was all about like, oh, you got to treat yourself to a nice dinner.
Yes.
There's so many. And Kenzie, you were right. So many great food options in Vegas. A lot of my time was spent on Fremont Street. What do I see when I pull up to Fremont Street? That's right. You guessed it. 24-hour White Castle. I said, give me some sliders. I'm all about it.
Case, what? Where can I put my penis?
That's right. In this slider.
All right.
The next night, I was feeling a little homesick. I'm not used to being away from my girlfriend this long. I'm back on Fremont Street. What do I see? A little slice of home. A steak and shake. That's right. Chicken tenders and a milkshake on me, guys. Steak and shake in Vegas. Oh, my God, did it hit. That was absolutely fantastic. So, Kenzie, you were right. The food in Vegas is electric.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It sounds
I
like
wish you would have at least. Did you at least go to In-N-Out? Like, did you at least do something more like you couldn't do here?
My thought was, why try something that I might not like when I know the restaurants in Chicago that are also in Vegas? I know I like them. So, I didn't want to have a meal that I didn't like. I wanted to have something familiar, something that I knew I liked already.
I want to say this, and I don't want you to be upset about it.
Okay.
I
But
doubt
are you
he's
really
gonna-
concerned you're not going to like a cheeseburger? Do you really think that you're going to be like, oh, my body can't handle this burger? Honestly?
It's something to consider.
Okay.
I want to ask this question because it's the number one question on text line. You went there WrestleMania week,
Yes.
and you left before WrestleMania. Why?
I don't. WrestleMania means nothing to me, but I went to one wrestling show Wednesday night, 3 on Thursday, and then 2 on Friday. It's a bunch of smaller wrestling shows in the same way you would have. I don't know why that's funny. In the same way that, like,
Well, people plan their whole year to go to WrestleMania. They go to Vegas. They get their hotels. They have everything set up.
Yeah.
And you plan to go to the smaller ones.
you know how like old Lollapalooza, when it was a touring festival, you would have the main stage in Tinley Park, and then you would have the stage in the parking lot, the side
Sure.
stage. I basically spent 3 days in Vegas going to side stage wrestling.
Got it.
I was perfectly happy with that.
And enjoyed it.
And enjoyed it. So you gave me $10 or $100 to go gamble. You wanted me to play blackjack.
I did.
I couldn't figure out where to do that at.
That's so annoying because I don't even gamble, but shut up. Like, there's light up signs everywhere.
So I saw slot machines, but that felt like, when you're jumping rope, like in a group setting, and you have to commit, you have to get in and start jumping.
Sure.
I couldn't do that. I didn't see a sign that said like, hey, do you want to play blackjack? Sit down here and this will happen.
That's exactly what you do when you walk into a casino. There are signs that say blackjack,
Yeah,
this
there's
table.
huge signs.
They're right, it's right there.
God, I didn't see them.
I don't know
And
how you missed
honestly,
them. I don't know how you missed
I can't
it.
believe, because I love slot machines, like the themed ones, like they have like Britney, like fun ones. And they for sure have like wrestling ones, and probably like there's probably like a Metallica one. Like if you would have walked around, you would have found these themed slot machines that you would have loved.
I'll have to go back. I did not see any of those.
Oh, you're not going back.
I had fun in the sun. I'm a Vegas guy, baby.
Sure. You had fun putting your penis in the radiation machine. Boink! Right in the penis.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. You want a trip to Oasis at the Rose Bowl? You just text the word YOU to 95819. That's your chance at a full VIP trip. Sponsored by our great friends, Wintrust Community Bank. And you've got about a half hour to get that word in. We give it to you first every morning at 6:15. Every day, a new keyword, and you can enter every day through the rest of the month for a chance at this where you get $250 in spending cash, 2-night hotel stay, round-trip air, Rose Bowl LA, plus special guest, of course, Cage the Elephant. So text you to 95819 right now for your chance to win. Well, it's a love story as old as time. In Leland, Michigan, which is just north of Traverse City, beautiful up there if you've never been up, Mitchell O'Brien and Brianna Siki were hunting for Leland bluestones.
That's a very confusing sentence.
I guess that's what you do up there. There's cool bluestones on the beach, on the dunes up there, and you just kind of walk around. That was their date. They went up there to go look for the Leland bluestones.
Which is a fish?
No, it's a
I thought it
rock.
was a stone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I assumed that bluestone was too literal. I thought it must be a fish.
I thought
Let's
it must
see.
be a rock.
So it's a slag material on the shores of the Leland beaches. It's not only a collectible stone, but it's also sought as for jewelry.
And they were hunting for that?
Yeah, they're walking on the beach.
Okay.
Hey, Case,
Uh-huh.
don't you dare judge hobbies. You better back up.
Yeah, it's a nice little night. You know, maybe people should try this. Then they were going to go to dinner. It was very nice. But then things took a turn for the worse as the man in the relationship fell into quicksand.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there was quicksand up there on the beach. And he was walking there, and he called her his best friend. So Brienne was his best friend, but the beach swallowed him up like quicksand. He was buried up to the waist. They both called 911. So she called 911, and then he called it while he was sinking in the sand, nearly dying at the same time. And then she describes what happened and how they now are in a relationship.
I thought we needed help instantly. He was very good at reassuring that he would get out of there and that he was okay.
The sand was just getting put back almost faster than I could get it out of the way.
To me, those moments were terrifying, honestly, just to see somebody you care about in a situation.
I referred to her as my girlfriend that's trying to call as well. At the exact same time, she got through to another operator and said, my boyfriend is stuck in the sand.
2 years of this guy being my best friend
2
and
years?
just trying to hide everything, how I felt, and then he tried to die on me and becomes my boyfriend in the middle of it.
Plot twist. That bitch did that on purpose. She pushed him in there and trying to get him to define the relationship for 2 years. Nothing like thinking you're going to lose your life and then a girl saves you. She's like, do you love me now?
I gotta be honest. I thought this was gonna be a cute story, and then I heard they had been, playing around.
I thought
for
we
2
needed help in-
years.
Sorry,
Yep.
go ahead.
Hey, they've been playing around for 2 years. That's not cute.
Well, 2 years.
2 years?
Sometimes it takes time to warm up to say I love you, or you're my boyfriend, or you're my girlfriend.
I love it. Well, first off, it takes you 2 years to say I love you. You have a different set of issues. But 2 years to DTR, define the relationship? Are you out of your mind?
Quicksand has a way to do that.
And you
guess.
only do it because you're about to die? We're not hitting that enough. I thought I was going to die, so I shouted out my girlfriend.
Didn't want to be at the pearly gates by myself.
However,
Yeah, no.
she also
Maybe she'll put in more effort if she thinks she's my girlfriend.
well, she also said though that he's my boyfriend at the same time when he was almost going to
Of
die.
course, she snatched it. The second he said girlfriend, she's like, "Yep, we're together. Let me save him and change my Facebook status." That all happened very quickly.
I think she did it because she didn't want to be alone after he died. She can start going down and use that. Well, my boyfriend died in quicksand in Michigan. It was terrible.
If you listen, she said 2 years of hiding my feelings. She's the one who admitted that she's liked him this whole time. So who do you think was being difficult on the relationship status?
Also, I'm just trying to picture myself at a bar talking to a woman and her saying, my boyfriend died in quicksand is not a pickup line.
Oh, I think it's total sympathy or the victim role. If you can go to a bar right now and say my boyfriend or girlfriend died in quicksand, you are getting whoever's number you're going after.
I don't think so.
I think it's a pro. You're like, God, I don't have to deal with your ex. You gotta love a dead ex.
Listen,
You do. You're gonna tell me that's not a pro?
Thank you.
Thank God.
are you agreeing with me or saying they're a player then?
Well, no, I'm saying I also think it's a pro. I agree with you. I just think it's a pro for a different reason. Not sympathy, just yay for me. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah, so we are in agreement in general that no matter what you're doing, trying to get a phone number or get with somebody, when you say your ex or your boyfriend or girlfriend died in quicksand, There's no way you're not getting that number. And you're going to get at least one date out of it. It's up to you after that. It's like getting that foot in the door for a job interview.
One date.
At least one date. You got your foot in the door, then it's up to you after that. Then you got to win them over with your personality.
I'm like, oh no, she's gone and we'll never talk to her again. Shoot.
Yep.
So sad. I'm so sad about it.
I mean, how long did it take you to say that Megan, who's now your wife, was your girlfriend?
Well, you know what's ironically, we were on the beach.
Oh, but this is when you said you loved her, right?
Oh, that's why I said I loved her, yes.
Yeah. Well, I knew you probably took forever to say you were boyfriend and girlfriend.
I think it was pretty quick, but the love part, saying I love you, took 6 months.
Yes.
Because I wasn't a very I love you guy. I just figured she knew I loved her.
You know, cold and heartless.
Listen, a lot
My
of stuff.
husband told me in 2 weeks.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Too early. Too quick.
Did he love you?
Yep.
Oh, thirsty. Yeesh.
Well, there's some people that are those I love you
Just
people.
witchcraft. No kidding.
Yeah.
Some call it thirsty. Some call it spells.
I thought I was bad at 6 weeks, but 2 weeks. Good Lord, bro. Pump the brakes.
Well, Kenzie crafted
Well,
a
I'm
voodoo doll
awesome.
pretty quickly at night with those pins in his face.
No
I love
quicksand
you.
needed.
Say I love you. Say I love you. Yeah, I need some therapy at some point for sure. I'm not going to get it because it'll ruin the show and it'll ruin everything that's going on here. A well-adjusted me is not anything anybody wants to hear.
Like your wife.
She's heard it now, and I'm a big I love you guy now. I say I love you every day now, but I didn't back then, so it's real. That's how you know it's real.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. No quicksand needed.
No quicksand.
No, but the beach was needed. The beach was needed for sure. Well, I don't know. 312-591-8300. Jump in here and how
Via
long?
text.
How long? Yeah, text us. By the way, how long it took you to? Is this normal when quicksand's going? Then you define the relationship. It'll take a traumatic event for you to finally say that's my boyfriend, that's my girlfriend, or I love you. Because quicksand in Michigan, rare.
Rare. She found it though. Good for her.
She found it. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.